Hey everybody, welcome to episode 137 of the Rise or Die podcast. Stop hoping and wishing. So every single morning I do a stack. Now, just to put it into perspective, the stack is basically a series of questions, and I may have explained this before, but it's a series of questions where I essentially take a bad situation, frankly, a bad mood, basically anything, and I turn it into something very positive. It's basically a series of, 40 or so questions where I turn something bad and I slap myself in the face and I say, okay, get your crap together. It's essentially what it is. And it's awesome. So today, like a lot of mornings, I wake up in scarcity. I'm thinking, there's not enough money, there's not enough opportunity, what am I doing? I can't lead, I can't make things work. This was literally this morning. But here's what I got out of my stack, my revelation, if you will, for the day. Rising's a choice. See, I come into every single podcast every day and I say, rise or die, rise or die. But what does that even really mean? Like, sure, you have the choice to rise or you have the choice to die, but guys, that's the key operative word there, choice. Too many people are hoping and wishing that they're going to do X, they're going to do Y, they're going to do Z. Man, I hope one day I have a six-pack. How about you just choose to make it happen? Man, I really hope one day I have $1 million. Okay, cool. Does your work ethic line up with that? Do your choices line up with that? Are you deciding to invest in yourself day in and day out? Are you deciding to make hard decisions that you know will benefit you in the long run? Are you deciding to get up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., whatever you need? Or maybe it's the exact opposite. Maybe you need to stay up and work till 2 a.m. and get up at 8. I don't know what your situation is. What we don't realize is that it's a choice. Let me take that back. It's a series of choices day in and day out. How did I get my company to, I think there's 6 of us. You can see some of my team in the frame here. Plus we have contractors. How did I grow it? It was a series of choices. How did I get my clients? It was a series of choices. It was the choice to say, in fact, let's put it into context of this podcast. When I started my podcast back, it was late last year. I think it was Q4 of last year. I sat in front of my microphone one morning, committed to doing it, and I had to re-record the same episode like 45 times. I'm exaggerating a little because I hated it. I was scared of the microphone. I hated it. But I chose every single day to do it again and again and again. I don't know how many times I went to my wife and said, this is stupid. Not only is nobody listening, but I'm making a fool of myself. What's the point? And I chose again and again and again to keep doing it. Same thing with video. Like, guys, before I started doing video a little bit before I made the Rise or Die podcast and video series, but it was very minimal. I hated video. I was afraid of the camera, and we're talking about just a few months ago that we made this transition. In fact, probably a month ago, give or take a little bit. And now I'm completely fine. I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be okay with being me. I'm choosing to be okay with me. Too many people say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't get in front of a camera, I suck. Bullshit. There's no other way to put it. That's just absolute BS. You can make a decision to get out of your head and get in front of a camera. Maybe you have a message to communicate to the marketplace. Maybe you have a message to communicate, to your wife. Are you avoiding a hard conversation? Make the decision to rise day in and day out. I get up every single morning around 4 or 5. In fact, I lied. Today, I accidentally slept in till like 5:30, and I was kind of pissed at myself. But every single day, I get up before 6, like without failure. I don't get up past 6. Yeah, every morning, I wake up in scarcity thinking, how am I going to get more clients? How am I going to recruit the right team for my clients? How am I going to do all of this? It's a series of simple choices over and over and over. I used to suck at sales. I was an absolute joke when I first got on the phone. Yet now I can close anybody, whether it's a Fortune 500 executive making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more, or an entrepreneur making millions. I can close anybody because it was a series of choices to look at what I was doing right, look at what I was doing wrong, but most importantly, getting out of my head and just doing it. You need to be committed before you're gonna feel confident. Commitment comes before confidence. I want to be very clear about this. I'm committed to rising each and every day, making a series of choices each and every day throughout the day. Literally during the day, like especially when I have slow periods. Today's been hectic as can be, so it hasn't hit me yet. But especially throughout the day, I'll have another flashback to the same mentality I had that morning. Gosh, this is too hard, like I'm done. Like I am done. And now it's all internal and I squash that thought within 30 seconds, but I still have that multiple times a day. Make the choice to rise. Stop hoping, stop wishing, just make the choice and do it. Do what is required. DTFW, do the work. Figure out what the F is. Do the work. DTW, that is it. Make the choice to rise. Where across body being, where across body, being, balance, and business are you refusing to rise? Are you missing a hard conversation with your wife? Are you, or spouse in general, are you not going for a run after work or before work? Are you not eating healthy? Are you not making simple decisions? Are you not investing in a coach or mentor? That's like the biggest investment I ever made. Well, it is the biggest investment I ever made, but it's also the biggest ROI I ever got. I invested as much money as I could and then some into coaches, trainers, and mentors. And it was the best decision I ever made. Where, across body, being, balance, and business, do you need to rise? That's it for episode 137. As always, guys, I do these podcasts each and every day. I'm bringing you value each and every day. Do everybody else a favor. Let's get the Rise or Die attitude, the Rise or Die movement to as many people as possible. Subscribe on YouTube and give us a quick review on iTunes. That's all we need to help spread this movement. With that being said, talk to you tomorrow.